Hey gang, how are we doing? I'm making a video to show you that you can look back to for how to divide, especially dividing extended facts. So we're going to look at some words here, some vocabulary. When we multiply, let's start with that. We have a factor times a factor equals the product. And we often refer to that product as the big number. Just like when I add 3 plus 2 equals 5. The big number when I multiply is always the answer. When I divide, the big number always comes first, just like when I subtract. 8 minus 5 equals 3. 8 is my big number. It has to come first. Division is a lot like subtraction that way in terms of how they're ordered. So my big number, which is called the dividend. The dividend is the number I'm dividing by the divisor equals the quotient. So here's our vocabulary. The dividend divided by the divisor equals the quotient. The quotient is always the answer for a division problem, just like the product is always the answer for a multiplication problem. So let's take a look at our division problem. We can always use multiplication to help us because of our fact families, knowing our fact families. My simple fact here is 27 divided by 9. If I don't know it in my head, I can check my multiplication table. 27 divided by 9 equals 3. Just like my multiplication problem, 9 times 3 equals 27. Using my simple facts to solve these extended facts. Okay? Now, when I multiply, we have a balance, right? The number of zeros on this side need to balance with the number of zeros on this side. The product has a 0. My factors don't have any zeros right now, so I have to add that to my answer there. Now, 1 0 on this side balances with 1 0 on this side. It's similar for division, but it is different. When I divide, the zeros are actually going to cancel each other. Okay? So, the number of zeros in my divisor will cancel the zeros in my dividend. So, are there any zeros in my divisor? The answer is no. So this 0 does not get touched. Now, since there's a 0 left in my dividend, there needs to be a 0 in my quotient. All right? Let's take a look at another one, 2 more of these to help hopefully clarify that a little bit. The number of zeros in my divisor cancel the 0 in my dividend. 1 0 in my divisor cancels one of the zeros in my dividend. I still have a 0 left in my dividend, therefore it needs to go over here too. 27 divided by 9 is 3. Cancel a 0, there's 1 left, therefore that has to have 1 left. Let's look at another one. 27 divided by 9 is 3. I'm going to cancel the 0 from my divisor. I'm going to cancel the 0 from my dividend. Are there any zeros left in my dividend? There are not. Therefore, there's no zeros in my quotient. Okay? So, dividend divided by divisor equals quotient. That big number always has to come first when I divide, and they will cancel. Let's look at 2 more problems. I'm going to write down a couple more here for you. So let's go 2,400 divided by 60 equals blank. What is my simple fact? My simple fact is 24 divided by 6. Look at my multiplication table, or I can know it in my head. 24 divided by 6 is 4. That is my simple fact. Now, since I'm dividing with extended facts, the zeros in my divisor, which is 1, will cancel a 0 in my dividend. That leaves 1 0 left there. Therefore, there has to be a 0 left here. 2,500 divided by 500 equals blank. My simple fact, 25 divided by 5 equals 5. In this case, I have 2 zeros in my divisor. 1, 2, so I need to cancel 2 zeros in my dividend. There are 0 zeros left. There aren't any left, therefore I don't add any over to my quotient. All right, I hope this helps.